All right. We have Tameca Jones on the phone. Tameca, how are you doing this morning?
I'm well. Good morning to you.
Hey,
I'm glad that I'm awake.
You are. Hey, whether you wanted it to get going or not, you are officially into your Friday. So, for those who
Yes,
don't
thank you.
know, Tameca Jones, this is a rule-breaking performer. My words, my words. I think I'm gonna say, you love. I'm gonna say to make things your way. You like to do it your way. You want to sing your way. Would that be the way to describe your style?
That is a correct assessment. The trial and error, better or worse. It's funny because recently, since I've been in the studio, like being a studio performer and a live performer are two different beasts. So live performance, I got the vibe, got the flavor, but when you go in the studio, it has to be accurate and vibey as well. So I've been having challenges being accurate, and it's just growth, knowing your weaknesses.
Yeah.
But I love performing live because just sing, and this goes out to the ether, the cosmos. You don't have to hear it back. So yeah, I am a great live performer.
So I want to talk about what you're working on, what you're about, what you currently are going to be performing. But let's start with, where are you from?
Do you start with what?
I want to start with, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Austin, Texas. Born and raised.
ATX's own. What high school was that? What high school you come out of?
I went to Bowie.
Oh, okay. Is that?
Yes, Bowie Bulldog. Southside.
Okay, all right. So I like that you are homegrown, a local songstress, if you will. And then I did want to get to what's popping off. What do you got going on now? You got a little something coming up here?
I have a show Saturday.
Oh,
we're gonna be playing songs off the album and then doing some live performances as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's like a little listening party, a little taste of what to expect on the last day of February when it's dropping. So yeah.
So, Tameca, I kind of want to know a little bit of like where do you like to be? Because I have seen from an article in the Austin Chronicle about you that you bend and twist covers. Your range goes from Nirvana to Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, I cut my teeth early here doing covers and transforming covers. And my goal was to write original music, but then I was kind of known for the cover girl, which is cool. Yeah. But that kind of hinders your career if you're the cover girl.
Yeah.
You can play some private functions where people are like, oh my god, I can't believe that was actually Nirvana. That was a great take on it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, thanks. So yeah, go ahead.
So I'm curious then. So when you do this, when you bend and twist, are you doing it for how it makes you feel, or are you doing it for the crowd reaction? I want to answer before you answer because I want to guess, see if I'm right here. I think you're doing it for the crowd. You're doing it for the gram, right? You like to see them twist with you and their reaction?
No. If I can't feel it in my body, I don't do it. It's like I can't fake the funk. So when I used to choose a song to cover, if I didn't think I could put color on it or interpret it in a interesting way, then I wouldn't do it. That's why I kind of didn't do Aretha Franklin too much, because you can't improve on Aretha Franklin. You can't even put a twist on it. Like Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
But you could put a twist on Nirvana and like some Jimi Hendrix. Just like I would say Caucasian music.
Mm-hmm.
You could like color it up and put a twist on it, and then people are like, "Oh my god, I never heard that way." So that's what I like to do. I guess a little bit of both.
Yeah. Now, you had a background. You started in some jazz lanes. You started with a little bit of jazz. So that's again, you're showing us your range there. But so that was your start, jazz?
Yes. Jazz. I used to play a few shows here and there. I found jazz my voice wasn't accurate enough for jazz, and I didn't have the training
Uh-huh.
to beat up, doo bop, dee bop.
Yeah.
You know, scatting, and jazz has some hard chords. It's like I think it's the ballet of music because you have to be very not prim and proper, but it's very strict in my opinion vocally.
Yeah.
Because I don't like I said, I'm not musically trained, so I think other music is like jazz dancing, and you just can go all over the place and maybe I didn't have the technical knowledge to do jazz, so it was short lived.
So there's two things I want to get to. Nowadays, you know, there's a lot of other little venues, but is it true that you joined a band because you saw it on Craigslist?
Yo, you have some deep cuts. Yes, that was my first band before I went solo. It was my first one. I saw them. They had an ad in Craigslist, and I answered the auditions, and we were together. I don't even remember how long we were together. It was like 8 Million Stories with the band. Time is funny to me because I can't even remember last night. I don't know how long ago that was. I think we were together 3 years.
Yeah. Okay.
3 years, maybe. Yeah, time is tricky for me.
Hey, the most important thing is being in that band. You know, that's a starting point, but because that was your first band ever, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was my first time I wrote original songs, I believe.
So that's the starting point, and the most important thing is it gets you reps, because you don't know what you don't know, but after that you knew, and then that guides or shapes you for everything you're going to do after that. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Now,
it built my songwriting muscle.
Oh.
So I didn't. But before the band, I kind of didn't. I wrote little crumbs here and there, but I needed a band to help me flesh out my ideas and explore my true potential.
Yes.
So yeah, it was a good starting off point for sure.
For those that are joining us late, we're talking to Tameca Jones, local Austin songstress. But hey, she done been around the world, and I have a question for her. What was it like living out in San Francisco?
It was expensive and cold.
Yeah.
But it was I don't know. I lived there for maybe 6 months. It's a long story. It's a long story. I went out there with my twins. They kind of hated it.
Yeah.
But it was short lived. But it was cool to live somewhere else, especially in California. It was like, and the thing about living there that shocked me was they didn't have mosquitoes. People were opening their windows.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, you can let the mosquitoes in. And they're like, what? There are no mosquitoes here. I was like, what? You can open your window and feel the breeze? Oh my God, without mosquitoes?
Yeah.
And that just shocked me.
Whole nother world. Why there though? If you're going back to Cali, or if that was your first time, why'd you pick there? Because I'm a SoCal guy. I lived out in Los Angeles area, Orange County. And you know, sometimes there's a little bit of division. You're either NorCal or you SoCal. But why'd you pick that place though? I'm curious on how you chose that place.
Well, it was a free ride. There were these fans that saw me at a show, and they were like, we want to help your career and get you into a different genre of music. It was like house music or something.
Yeah.
And they offered to, fly me and my twins out there, give us a place to live. We lived with them in like this 3-story brownstone. It was basically paid for.
Oh.
A paid move, but they ended up being like, he ended up being like a stoner.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah.
And it just fell apart from there. But it was a cool experience.
Yeah. Well, if that opportunity happens again, if you don't take the twins, take me. Okay. Especially if it's a free move. I will get over my SoCal affinity, and I'll be hella NorCal. That's
hey, come on,
that's NorCal
man. Switch man.
That's how they do it up there. All right, so little curious also, for those who may be coming in a little bit late. So what's the expectation for your performance that's coming up Saturday? I think you're gonna have a banjo, and we're gonna be doing some Huckleberry Finn stuff. Is that would that be where you would be going?
That is not an accurate assessment.
Okay.
I will be with my keyboard player and co-collaborator and best friend, Jonathan Dees.
Okay.
He's helped me tremendously making this album. We work together so well. It's so organic. We're going to be playing songs about the album and then doing old songs live, just me and him, intimate setting. Yes. He and I have such great chemistry, and I love playing with him. I can't overstate that.
Tameca, I know this happens, and we don't all like it, but what do you get a lot? And even if I'm giving you some name TSD, but when people listen to you, is there something that they say, oh, you sound like, or you remind me of? Does that happen to you? And who would they say?
No.
Yo.
It never happens.
I mean,
that. One time that someone's like, you sound like Rihanna. I mean, I don't really think so, but I'm glad you do. Yeah. I've never heard that because I guess my voice and my approach is kind of unique.
Yeah.
Unique. Sorry.
So yeah. What would you say you would want to be classified? Are you a soul singer? I like, because sometimes we unfortunately we put labels on stuff.
Absolutely.
But do you have a label, or how do you describe yourself to people?
When I have to check off a genre for like uploading songs or and submitting myself for a festival, I usually say my first genre is soul, my subgenre is pop, like step pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. This album is like all over the place. So, but to label myself, I'd say soul pop. Yeah, give or take.
Tameca, I think people who may be listening may have missed a fact. So you a mom. You had twins. I don't know what you was thinking there, girl. You could have done that different, but okay, whatever. You just want to show off. I could do twins. Y'all watch this, and then you sent those twins off to college. They should be graduating now. Are we like at that point now? It seems like it. So kudos to you, mama, to getting them in.
Thank you.
But how do you chase your dream, and you a mama? Cause how many people don't talk themselves out of stuff because my kids, and that don't stop me from doing it. But you didn't let that happen. You still out here doing the thing.
Yeah. Well, I had a lot of help, and I was fortunate. So I got pregnant, and when I was a senior at Baylor, and then I moved back home with my mother.
Yeah.
And I had my twins, boy and a girl.
Oh. Show off.
Yes. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I stayed with her, and while my twins grew, because I was a single mother. They had a co-creator, not so much as a daddy, a co-creator who gave us measly child support. But anyway, so I stayed with her, and I would play shows and come back and mother my twins. Because I'm also narcoleptic, as I mentioned in our DM.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to drive to a job every day, back and forth in traffic. I mean, it would just kill me. So I started doing a career in music because I figured I could sing and I could make a little money and raise my twins as well.
Yeah.
So I started out doing as a wedding singer, and it just grew from there.
I want to put something out there. You sound a little humble, but I want people to know when you was at Baylor, you were on your way to be an entertainment attorney. I mean, come on.
You're good.
I want people to know your range. She's smart. That girl's smart. I mean, that just tells us how multidimensional you are. You got layers, Tameca. So, what are the other things? What are your influences then? Because you are all over the place. Sounds like you bring in from here, there, and I believe. But what are your influences? Your life influences?
it was. I mean, up until now, it was about how do I say it? Like sex and lusting and just I don't know. It was more surface material.
Yeah.
Because I was a mother of twins, and they consumed me.
Yeah.
And I didn't have really the time or the range to get deep into the creative well that I am in now. So this album is about gun violence, and also my adventures in LA.
Yeah.
My roommate, who was a character, I wrote a song about him, and my entanglement, wrote a song about him.
Yeah.
So yeah, this album is just really a really deep dive into something I didn't even know I had, like the writing I didn't know I had, the production I didn't know I had, because I produced a lot of this. Well, I produced all of these songs.
So, IDK live performance.
Yeah.
Tell me how this makes you feel. I'm playing. This here is a live performance. I just want to see. This is her rocking out, y'all.
Scratches on your back. I tell you to leave it and never come back. Sleeping broken.
For those who don't know,
Sing that song.
she's got some dancers on stage with her. There is some short mini skirts, but they ain't stealing the show. That's all I gotta tell you. If I gotta give some visual interpretation. Okay.
Yes.
So that was legit. Okay, so I hate to do this, girl. You do look like Rihanna. It's the look. I'm not gonna say the sound, but when I was looking at this just now, I was like, okay, I mean, I see it, which is a compliment. Rihanna's a beautiful
That's
lady.
high praise.
So
That's high praise.
I mean, but you move on stage, so you're also. Man, you're an entertainer. You're not just standing there stoically hiding behind that little skinny microphone. You got the bop. You got on this long black gown that's dropped to the floor. You out here. Can we look at the backup dancers? Why are you stealing all the shine?
Yes. Yes.
I
thought I'd do that for, I think it was New Year's Eve. I think that was the New Year's Eve show. I believe. I wanted to do something really big production, so I hired these dancers, and they're good. They're great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when you have the opportunities, what would you say? Studio, live performances. What's your fave?
Oh, it vacillates every time. I would say studio now, because I used to love live performances.
Yeah.
And I used to hate the studio because it was a different beast, like I said, and accuracy and training. I was afraid to, get better at singing and consistency. And also, I played live because like I said, I was a single mother and I needed to pay for my twins.
Yeah.
So I was always focused on live. But now I'm kind of burnt out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Be quiet, I'm on the phone. It's this cat. Yes, I'm burnt out on the live performances. It's just hard in the city to get people to come out, in my opinion. There's so much competition. And I think a lot of people who moved here didn't move here for the music. They moved here, from Cali, for the bottle service, for the DJs. So I think live music is in hospice care right now, but I love studio work now because I can make songs and then try to place them in television shows and movies and make that fat check without even leaving the comfort of my home, and it's a sure thing.
Yeah. We're talking with Tameca Jones, a local songstress. I mean, she's one of her own. She done been around the world. But I just had to just remind everybody out there that she's ours. She is Austin homegrown. Boo! High school in the building. So 2019, 2020, there's Austin Music Awards, and there's some best vocals, and do people know about you with the music awards?
I have a interesting relationship with the Austin Music Awards.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel they have the best representation.
Yeah.
Of black artists and hip hop and rap, and they kind of lump everybody into one category.
Yep.
And before, growing up in Austin, we're like, oh my God, Austin Music Awards, I have to win it. I have to be the best.
Yes.
But I don't know, my stance on that has changed over the years. You can't be the best at something and think of, I don't know, we are the best we could be every day. So I think awards kind of, taint that. Looking for justification, not justification, but validation in awards. It's just something that I don't strive for personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool that I won it, but it's kind of a shrug shoulder thing.
No, understood. So the Austin Chronicle back in 2019, South by Southwest. This is what they said. For those who are curious, if you joined late, come on, man, y'all done missed out. This is Austin's own. But this is what they said. Philly's got Jill Scott, but Austin boasts Tameca Jones. Austin native and powerhouse vocalist. The queen of Austin soul is blessed with a full-throated voice that can knock over a steer on its way to the high notes. Even the toughest crowds get all hot and bothered. Now,
what a great review. That's really kind. I like that.
The picture that they had, it looked like you got a almost like a leopard print scarf you had on, looked like a fur vest. The hat game is legit. You were on stage performing in that picture, and
that's what's up.
It's important that everyone listening, people all over the world, know what kind of talent we got coming out of Austin. Before we go, I would be remiss if I did not allow the people a chance to follow, participate in the posting. We are in the social media realm right now. How do they stay in contact and get info?
I have an Instagram, Tameca Jones Music. I'm still getting on TikTok. That's really hard for me to keep up with these old bones. I'm a Gen X, so it's kind of hard for me to keep up with. I think it's Queen Empress Mika. Yeah, that's what I did. Empress Mika on TikTok. I deleted my Facebook page because I was never on it. Never on it. Usually on Instagram or kind of on TikTok. I'm getting a website soon. Tameca Jones Music. Yeah, so any of those platforms.
Well, thank you for joining us, Tameca Jones, Austin's own. You listen to The Morning Grind, KAZI.